Imagine bridges floating above the clouds, trains outpacing airplanes, and tunnels carved beneath raging rivers in record time. In China, this is reality. While the world debates and delays, China builds at a pace that seems impossible, creating engineering marvels once thought unthinkable. But this is about more than infrastructure. It's about power, control, and reshaping the global order, one mega project at a time. Each structure is a bold statement, a challenge to the world, and a glimpse into a future that may come at a steep price. Is this the next era of engineering, or a high-stakes gamble? Today we'll explore 6 jaw-dropping mega projects that prove China builds the impossible, and why the world is watching. Let's get into it. First, the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge, a structure so high, the Burj Khalifa would disappear beneath it. Suspended over 2,500 feet above the canyon floor, it's a road in the sky. Building at this altitude meant battling hurricane-force winds and anchoring towers in unstable, weathered rock. Engineers drilled deep into the mountains, using laser-guided systems and drones to monitor every shift. The main span stretches over 2,800 feet, with towers as tall as 70-story buildings. To connect the sides, they fired a rocket to string the first cable across the abyss. The entire project was completed in just over 2 years, a timeline that would be unthinkable in the West. Critics question the speed. Were safety and environmental checks sacrificed? For China, it's a symbol of engineering prowess and national ambition. Western engineers admire the technical brilliance, but worry about the risks of such rapid construction. The bridge is both a marvel and a warning, a floating testament to China's relentless drive. It inspires awe, but also skepticism. Is it a miracle of modern engineering, or a monument to reckless ambition? The world watches, uncertain if this boldness is genius or a disaster waiting to happen. The Huajiang Bridge stands as a silent challenge. How far can you push the limits before they push back? In China, the answer is always further. It's a showcase of what's possible when speed and scale trump caution. But the debate over its safety and sustainability is far from over. For now, it floats in the clouds, an icon of ambition and controversy, and the world below can only watch and wonder. Next, the Jinan Huanghe underwater tunnel, dug beneath the treacherous, mud-choked Yellow River. The river's history of floods and shifting sediment made this a nightmare for engineers. Enter Shanhe, a custom-built tunnel boring machine longer than a football field, grinding through rock, clay, and high-pressure water. Thousands of sensors monitored every move, as one mistake could flood the tunnel and trap the crew. The most dangerous section, directly under the river, was finished in just 110 days. That speed is unheard of and deeply controversial. Critics worry that rushing such a massive project could hide flaws that might lead to disaster years later. The pressure to meet government deadlines was immense, raising concerns about safety and oversight. China hails it as a triumph of efficiency and technology, but others see a high-stakes gamble, betting lives on the perfection of machines and the speed of construction. Project managers claim advanced monitoring made it safer than traditional methods. Still, the world wonders, did they sacrifice safety for speed? The tunnel solved a huge traffic problem and stands as a monument to China's building power. But it's also a reminder that shortcuts can have hidden costs. The Jinan Tunnel is a perfect example of China's high-risk, high-reward approach. It's a shortcut to the future, or maybe a ticking time bomb. Only time will tell if this was genius or a disaster in the making. For now, it's a symbol of China's relentless push to build the impossible, and the world holds its breath. Now, the Gupatan ship lift, a mega elevator for ships that defies belief. Imagine lifting 500-ton vessels, water and all, up the side of a dam in a colossal bathtub. The lift stands over 500 feet tall, moving 15,000 tons at a time, like hoisting 4,000 cars at once. Why build it? The Gupatan Dam blocked a vital shipping route. Traditional locks would take hours. The ship lift does it in 15 minutes. It slashes travel time, opens up remote regions, and boosts the economy. But there's more beneath the surface. Analysts see a strategic move, creating secure inland supply chains shielded from foreign threats. In a world of tense maritime disputes, this network is a backup plan for China's economy and military. The $7.7 billion price tag makes sense as both economic engine and national security investment. Tourists marvel at ships climbing mountains, but strategists see a fortress in the making. Is the Gupatan ship lift a marvel of prosperity or a multi-billion-dollar insurance policy for conflict? The answer is both. China's mega projects always play two games at once, development and defense. the world sees innovation, but also preparation for an uncertain future. The Gupatan shiplift is a symbol of ambition, strategy, and the blurred line between progress and power, and it's only one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Next, the Trans-Himalayan Highway, carved through the world's highest, most hostile mountains. At over 16,000 feet, workers battled thin air, freezing cold, and relentless natural dangers. Specialized equipment and oxygen were essential just to survive, let alone build. Earthquakes, landslides, and avalanches threatened every mile. Engineers used satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar to find the safest route and developed special concrete for the extreme cold. Every stretch is a victory over nature, built at a speed that stunned the world. But this road is more than a link between remote towns. It's a strategic corridor running through Tibet to Nepal, right up to India's doorstep. For China, it's a pipeline of influence and a potential military asset. For India, it's a strategic nightmare, a dual-use project with clear military implications. China calls it part of the Belt and Road Initiative, promising economic growth. Critics see it as debt-trap diplomacy and strategic encirclement. The highway is a concrete line on the map, redrawing the balance of power in South Asia. It proves that for China, even the Himalayas are not an obstacle. The question: if they can conquer the world's highest mountains, what can't they conquer? The Trans-Himalayan Highway is both an engineering marvel and a geopolitical warning. Its ambition, strategy, and controversy, paved in concrete and steel, and the world is watching every mile. Imagine a nation's capital running out of water. China's answer? Build a new river. The South to North Water Diversion Project is a 3,000-kilometer network of canals, tunnels, and aqueducts, man-made rivers moving trillions of gallons north. Canals wider than rivers, tunnels under mountains, and aqueducts where one river flows over another. This is engineering on a staggering scale. The project has replenished reservoirs, supplied cities like Beijing, and irrigated vast farmland. It's a triumph of state power, averting a national crisis. But the environmental cost is massive. Water levels in the south have dropped, wetlands are damaged, and fish populations are suffering. Hundreds of thousands were relocated, their homes submerged. Water quality is a constant battle, as the river picks up pollutants along its journey. Environmentalists argue it's a brute force fix that ignores the root problem: unsustainable water use. The project is a war against nature, bending the environment to human will. But in solving one crisis, has China created another? The South to North Water Diversion is a testament to ambition, but also a warning. It's a choice that will shape China's environment and people for generations. The world debates: is this visionary or a dangerous gamble? Only time will reveal the true cost. Finally, China's Maglev 2.0, a train that floats on magnets reaching 373 miles per hour. Faster than a plane's takeoff, it promises to make domestic flights obsolete. Shanghai to Beijing in under 3 hours, city center to city center. Electromagnets lift the train, eliminating friction for a smooth, silent ride. Building thousands of kilometers of guideway with millimeter precision is a feat in itself. China's goal: dominate 21st century transportation and integrate its megacities into one-hour economic circles. But this is also about global influence. China is exporting maglev tech worldwide, aiming to set the standard for future travel. Imagine global cities linked by Chinese-built maglev lines, giving Beijing immense leverage. The race is on, with China outpacing rivals like Japan in scale and speed, but the costs are astronomical, trillions for a national network. Critics question if this is the best use of resources, especially with basic needs unmet elsewhere. Strategically, the West fears falling behind and ceding control of future infrastructure standards. The maglev race is a battleground in the tech war between China and the West. It's not just about speed, but about who writes the rules for tomorrow's world. China is betting big on technology, scale, and state-driven investment. Their vision: a future where their trains and their influence connect the globe. The world is watching, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The question: who will own the future of travel? 6 megaprojects, 6 engineering miracles, 6 controversies. Each is a testament to China's ambition and power to achieve the impossible. But every project raises tough questions about safety, the environment, and global strategy. Is this progress or a dangerous gamble? While the world debates, China's answer is simple: they don't argue, they build. These projects are more than concrete and steel. They're a declaration of a new superpower. The only question left: how far will they go?